Welcome. This is Golden Lion Tarot bringing you a pick a card timeless reading, all about diving into a higher parallel reality. So we have two piles to choose from today, and each pile will assist you with giving you a piece of information that will allow you to jump into a new timeline. So if you don't believe in timeline jumping, if you don't believe in the multiverse, then you can just look at it as like, how can you become more happy, more successful, more fulfilled? All right, so pile one is this lovely yellow citrine, or excuse me, it is a yellow calcite. And today this calcite would like to assist you with honing your trust and a version of yourself that holds power and love and harmony. So may this crystal assist you with honing in your trust of becoming happy and fulfilled. And pile two, we have this rose quartz. And today this rose quartz wants to assist you with opening up your heart to new possibilities, therefore allowing you to jump into a higher timeline filled with some new opportunities. Hi, beautiful souls. Right now, I'm doing readings based off of donations. So whatever you feel you can give, $20, $40, $50, $60, $100, any amount that you're able to afford will get you a reading with me. So look down below on how to do that, and we will dig into some of your deeper questions. Okay, so please take your time, pause the video, and hone in on each energy. See which pile you are jiving with on this current timeline to see which pile will help you jump into the next timeline. Pile one, you chose this yellow calcite. Today I ask that this yellow calcite emanate its energy deep into pile one's aura and into pile one's well-being and heart energy, so that it may assist you with finding the truest version of yourself, for this is where all of your power lies. All right, so thank you for joining me. Let's get into what it is that you can do today, or in this version of now, to activate a higher energetic timeline shift. All right, so I've asked Spirit to pull some cards to get us started. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. There's some fast-moving energy that's going to be headed your way, or something quick's coming in, and you're going to have to really be ready to act. I feel like it might be a story that has played over in your life time and time again, but this time around, when it comes at you, you're going to be able to act differently. You're going to be able to look at the situation from a new vantage point, and you're going to be able to see the situation in a higher way. Therefore, it's not going to play out in the way that it always has played out for you. That's because you have taken the time to really figure out what your belief systems are on this subject and what patterns that you have set up and set yourself into. And because you're able to see that, when this situation comes at you, you're gonna act like a totally new person in this moment. I feel like you're growing very sly, very knowledgeable, and I also feel like some of you have some dreams, some desires that are coming through with this card, and Spirit's asking you to be kind of slick, kind of sly with your desires, because maybe don't share it with every single soul unless you truly have like a wise, generous, nurturing relationship that will only help you to brainstorm for like the good of all. But if you have like an idea that's coming forth, Spirit's asking you to just like keep it to yourself while it's in the beginning stages of development. All right, but I feel that you're going to have some swift movement coming in, and once you face this situation in this new way, that's going to allow you to advance, and it's going to open up like a portal of a new timeline for you to walk onto. So that's so super exciting. Good job thinking fast and being able to maneuver in this quick way. Show me how this is coming, Spirit. Okay, so this is coming as a stabilizing factor. It has something to do with stabilizing your life. Like, this situation might feel disgusting and gross when it comes in, but it's going to be a serious stabilizing force that is so needed right now for you. So although it doesn't feel like you're going to want this situation to unfold, your higher self desperately wants this situation to unfold, and so do you. It's a totally stabilizing factor that's coming through for you. Look at you. You are the pilgrim. You are the light. You are bringing forth new opportunities for yourself because of the growth and expansion that you are in. There's a warmth radiating off of you, and because you have this light and this warmth radiating off of you, it's going to start attracting, like, once a couple of these tests are passed, you're gonna then be this light that attracts like some beautiful uplifting scenarios in your life that you haven't ever quite had to the degree that this is going to be coming in for you. You are blazing a new trail, opportunities to grow, a new belief system are here for you. The only reason anything's going to resurface is because this light is growing within you, and it's going to get so bright that you're only going to be able to unleash it in a way that's going to uplift the other people around you. And even if it feels like you are giving them a kernel of truth that may hurt them, in all actuality, that's the kernel of truth that they are going to need in order to move themselves to their next best version of themselves. So be honest with yourself right now. Be honest with the people around you. Act from love. Remember your values. Know that your ability to be decisive in this situation is what is needed. Wow, you are coming in as the Queen of Pentacles. You are the stabilizing factor. You are what is needed. You are the one that's going to change your whole timeline. It's all up to you. Okay, so if you're waiting for something to happen, in like some great wonderful thing to happen so that you can just like jump on a higher timeline, like, stop waiting, because you're the one you're waiting for. You are the driving force of this situation. You are the one that is holding all the cards and has the playbook. And your playbook is your heart. So cast aside any like thoughts that some knight in shining armor is just gonna roll in and say, here's your brand new timeline, come with me this way, my darling. No, you're like a badass. You bring like the stability. You are, you know, you are the new timeline. Oh, celebration time. The Six of Wands. It's time to probably show off a little bit. Like, there you are with that light again. Like, you're shining. It's starting to be noticed that you're acting different. People are starting to really appreciate your energy when you walk into a room. Your energy's changing. People are noticing you. People are noticing that you're not like on that lower energetic field anymore. They're feeling the depth to you, the highness, the lightness, the feathery lightness to your soul that's starting to activate. I also feel like it's okay to be a little egoic right now and to be proud of yourself and to look at where you've come from and where you are today, because, you know, it's okay to like pat yourself on the back a little bit, because the universe is starting to respond to your beauty and your transition. And I feel like you're like the one that would probably be a little bit more altruistic and selfless and leave themselves out a bit to, you know, give other people around you praise. But no, it's time to praise yourself. It's time to like you throw your hands up in the air and be like, look at what I'm creating. Wow, I am amazing. Should they do that, spirits? So we've got the Chariot in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so it's time for you to celebrate by not moving so much. It's time to get still. It's time to stop trying to fight against something. Just let it flow. And give yourself plenty of time to sleep at night, because you are going to need extra sleep at this time. You're gonna like, I feel like you're gonna just like get in bed and just crash hard. Maybe that's what's going to happen after you face this thing, or after this thing that comes and enters your life. You're gonna sleep hard because it's something you're releasing, and instead of like moving forward, you're just gonna kind of like sit in that energy for a little while and be like, wow, what did I do? You might even doubt yourself a bit, like, did I handle that right? Because it's so new, so different to you, and you just might be a little I don't want to say off-put, just confused a tad bit. And your spirit guides want you to know that you did it right. You're handling it properly. You listened to your heart. You spoke the way you needed to. All is good. You are in the right place. And there may be times that you're not necessarily, it's like you feel your intuition and you are trying to have your intuition be your guide, but sometimes you doubt it. Sometimes you doubt if your spirit guides are even like there, or if they're like interacting with you. Like, we've got people on YouTube that are like, oh, I hear my spirit guides all the time, this is what they're saying, and they relay these messages, and you wonder why you don't have that yourself. Okay, your spirit guides are just asking you to have a little more faith right now, and things will be changing in the future, and you're not doing anything wrong. It's just, it takes a certain amount of development for the interaction to be, for it to be like noticeable or concrete, or like for you to have 100% belief that this is what's happening. Because we weren't born into a world where this was common, or this was, you know, the common tongue, or the way people spoke. You know, this was like a really hushed thing, and if somebody was able to communicate with their guides, it wasn't in the spotlight, it was covered up, so we didn't see very much of this. The psychics that we did see on TV, a lot of times they make them out to be stupid. So it wasn't like a desired thing. Also, for some of you, I feel like you're going to start feeling energy through your hands. Your hands are going to play a role in your ability to manifest, to move energy. For others of you, it's time to get an amethyst and to put your energy into that crystal being. Ask it to work magic with you. Some of you may be starting to feel energy more regularly, and for me it kind of feels like water falling out of my hands. I don't know, it's like a liquid light energy that I can feel come out of my hands. Some of you may start feeling that. Others of you, it's time to grab a piece of amethyst, ask it to help you to see what it is time for you to let go of, or where stagnation may be in your life. Ask your spirit team to welcome change, that you desire change, that you desire to be put on a higher timeline. Ask your spirit team, hold that crystal, ask it to show you what may be holding you up from acquiring the ability to jump into this higher timeline. And then that's all you have to do. That would be like a little ceremony. It can take 1 minute, it can take 30 seconds, it can take an hour. It's just like a little ceremony. That way it gets the energy rolling, and sure enough, you will be confronted with whatever situation needs to unfold. All right, and we've got letting go of stories. Okay, so some of you, it's time to stop. First of all, it's time to surrender to the fact that you may be promoting some unhealthy habits in your life. Okay? Because when we admit that we're doing that, it doesn't put us on a lower vibration. It helps us to ascend up to a higher timeline by being present, by acknowledging what is going on in your life. Right? A lot of people just think, oh, we got to think positive. You got to think positive. That's the way to get through this. And there is something to be said about that. Okay? There definitely is. But don't lie to yourself. If something feels unpleasant and yucky and gross, then be honest about it. Because that's going to affect like a domino change into your life. Don't suppress your feelings. If you have a feeling that something doesn't feel right, then be honest. You know, consider that if it's not right for you, then it's not right for them, and it's not right for the other players that are involved. It's not cruel to be honest about your feelings. It's the opposite. And I feel like this is like your little spirit guide whispering in your ear, is this really what you want? But how do you feel about this? And you're just like, shut them down. Like, I don't want to feel, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to get through this situation so that I can get on a higher timeline. And they're like, but do you really like this? Is this really what you want? It's time to trust that the universe has your back and that fate is aligning. And when you communicate your truth, then that is like the accelerator, the accelerant to opening up this timeline for you, filled with more light, with like society that's going to bring forth more of these energies that are going to coincide with who you are at your core. Right? We were taught not to trust the universe, that anything could be around the corner, that, you know, always be on your guard, you know, always be prepared for the worst. But that's not really productive, and that's not really what's going to move you into a higher timeline. If anything, being scared about the future and being scared about what could happen is only going to promote ill things happening in your life. sometimes we just have to be like, okay, yeah, this horrible thing could happen, and then let it go. But if you don't let it go and you just let it perpetuate in your mind over and over and over and over and again, then it's going to like grow, and it's going to align and come out in your life in a way that's not so pleasant. So yeah, if it's still inside of you to look at the negative side of a situation, say, oh yeah, that could happen, but I prefer this to happen. Oh yeah, that could happen. Maybe someone's like, but this could happen. You're like, yeah, oh sure, it could happen, but I'm basing my life that it's going to play out this way. All right. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Here we go with the energy vampires. Do you have some vampires in your life, guys? Only you know the answer to that. Toxic people. This is the toxic people card, number 15. This is the devil card. This talks about addictions, drinking too much, things that can hurt your body, people that can hurt your energy. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. If somebody's giving you constructive criticism, are they doing it out of love or not? And what are you going to do with that energy? Are you, even if they're giving it to you not out of love, can you take that energy and appreciate what they gave to you and just realize that maybe you would have handed that to somebody in a much more nicer package? Okay, maybe they handed it to you in a negative way, but can you actually take what they said to you and use it to your advantage? Because this is going to also set you on a huge jump of a timeline if you're able to do that, which is amazing. And it looks like some of that may be happening. But if somebody's making you feel tired, if they're zapping your energy, or you simply just don't light up ever when they're around you, then that's a pretty good indication that it's time to move elsewhere. Because people can give, every moment energy is being given and energy is being taken, and vice versa. Every single millisecond, okay? Everything is an energy exchange. Right now, as I give this video, I'm exerting energy, and you are taking it in. All right? When you respond back, even without even talking, you're exerting energy, and I'm taking it in. When you comment, it exerts more energy, and I'm able to, do more with that and bring more of your energy into the reading. But every millisecond, there's an energy exchange. And if somebody's just naturally a nasty, miserable person, then do you really want to be eating their energy while they're eating your bright light beauty? Because there's always an energy exchange, always. So be careful who you're hanging out with too long. Be careful who you talk to too long when you're working, because they may be somebody that you don't necessarily want around, because they may be holding you back into a lower timeline. Okay. We've got divine masculine, yang masculine energy. So there's that fire energy, okay? I feel like you've been working on your divine feminine energy, but now it's time for you to take action, right? You're going to have to take some sort of action in order for this timeline jump. You can't just hope it and wish it into existence. You actually have to physically do something to activate this timeline shift. And we've got loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. Are you being loyal to yourself? Be loyal to yourself like a dog is loyal to their human. Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with your beauty. Fall in love with the things that other people love about you. It's time to be the loyal, loving partner that you've always dreamt to have. We've got distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. So if you feel like you're being distracted, don't worry too much about it, because this is actually the activation that's needed for this timeline shift. Soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. Wow, you have a soulmate, a deep, soulful connection that is waiting for you, that is on the other side of this shift, of this change, of this upgrade. So it may be time for you to write down your feelings, because there's something here that needs to be released. Or if you don't know what it is yet, then when it comes to you, when something comes to you that feels a little uncomfortable, that's your indication, oh, this is that thing that I was needing in my life to shift. So some of you are going to be gifted at writing down your feelings, and I don't know, send the person a letter, send them a text message, but proofread it really well so that you're not being nasty, so that you're doing it as gracefully as possible. But it's time to send them your true, honest evaluation of this situation. All right, so I thank you for being here today. Always, please, I ask you to like this video, subscribe. That way I can make future videos more in depth and feel into your energy better. Please leave me a comment so I can connect with your energy and know if this reading made sense to you. And I would just like to have any input, whatever area stood out to you, I would love to know about. I always enjoy reading your comments, so thank you for those, and I send you guys so much love as you continue on your journey and as you continue with this timeline upgrade, because it's coming for you and you're ready and you've asked for it and it's in the cards, and you're going to be thinking on your feet quick, and you're going to have answers quick, because the answers are being downloaded from that higher version of yourself. So when you know this is the way to go, trust this is the way to go, because that's the version of you that's coming in next. It's their next timeline jump, and it's where you want to be. So trust that it's time to tell somebody something, and to stand up for yourself, and to be loyal to yourself, and to be loyal to love. All right, guys, until next time, take care. Pile number 2, you chose this rose quartz crystal. And today this rose quartz would like to open your heart. It's even almost got a heart shape to it. This rose quartz would like to open your heart to new possibilities and to new perspectives of the mind, therefore allowing you to jump into a higher timeline that is filled with new opportunities and fulfillment. Okay, so thank you for being here. Please like this video and subscribe to help me bring more videos out in the future for you. Okay, so how can you today do something in your life to transpire a timeline jump? And when I say timeline jump, I mean, how can you, bring more happiness into your life? You can look at it any which way. If you don't believe in the multiverse, that there are parallel dimensions happening all the time, then just look at it as, how can you become more happier? Okay, because with this reading, I hope to achieve the ability to help you to step into a parallel timeline where you are feeling more success, more happiness, more fulfillment. Okay, so that will be the basis for the pulling of all of these cards today, Spirit, to help Pile 2 jump into a higher dimensional timeline, one that is filled with excitement, love, and prosperity. Okay. You've got the turtle spirit here. Number 62, slow and steady wins the race. Oh dear. I feel like with you guys, like right away you're looking for, and I don't mean this in a rude way, it's just like you've had enough sometimes. You're just ready for a quick switch. You're ready for something to happen. Like a get rich quick scheme to just fall into your lap. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You deserve that. That's why you feel that, because you know that you are so beautiful and deserving to have a successful life and to have happiness and to feel fulfilled. All right? And Spirit's not trying to provoke you and say, okay, I feel like your life is going a bit slower than you had anticipated at this point in your, like, in this point in your timeline. And it kind of pisses you off. And that's okay. Just realize that that is happening, and let's look at why maybe this is happening. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, there you go. There's the answer. I guess we don't even need to do the reading. Okay? The slow one, the steady one is going to win this ribbon. All right? We're taught just the opposite. Get moving, get going. You know, go, go, go. The quicker you go, the more you're going to achieve. But Spirit is asking you to maybe see something in a new frame of reference. Because what if the answer was not go, run, quick as you can? The answer was slow down, because something beautiful is growing. Something's activating here, and you're going to win the race by walking a little slower right now. I don't believe Spirit's going to just keep a slow, dull pace where nothing beautiful transpires onto your timeline. That's not the energy at all. But it might be the energy that is needed right now. And maybe not in every single area of your life, but in a certain area, this energy is being it's being brought to light. Okay. You're winning the race, though. You're winning the race. Maybe you're not winning the race this minute, but maybe you don't realize that you've already won the race, and that you actually have won the race this minute when you look at this perspective in a different way. I feel like there's a lot of annoyance in this energy, which we're not going to oppress, okay? We're going to talk about it if that's what comes up here. We got Netflix and chill again. Okay. I say again because, right, Spirit really wants to address this situation. Okay, maybe sometimes you watch TV and you feel guilty about it. Maybe you watch TV and fall asleep and it makes you feel not so good. I get that. I don't feel like people should be sleeping with the TV on. I feel like that's not the best plan of action. Maybe when you feel yourself start drifting, click that button off so that you don't have like whatever's on the TV going on, you know, entering your dream state and interacting with your dreams so much. Maybe like grab the buttons and turn it off when you start getting drowsy, because you're going to fall asleep. Maybe it's time to have a different routine for at nighttime. Maybe listen to some soothing music if you feel like you need a noise. I use a fan because I prefer to have a little background noise when I fall asleep. Maybe you do too. Sometimes I use binaural beats if the fan isn't working, but generally I just stick to the fan. I don't know, you might have a similar situation. Spirit is addressing that they want you to, maybe there's something to tweak there, but they want you to not feel guilty that you need a little downtime right now. All right? I know that your neighbors might look at it as a bad thing, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or your parents. Don't be so hard on yourself right now. If you need some TV time, it's because your body's realigning to a higher energetic embracement. Like your body's embracing a higher energy, and it needs some downtime, some unactivation. When you watch TV, you kind of go into like, I don't know what the word is. Like, I almost said stealth mode, but I don't think that's the word. where you just like go on, you go offline, right? You detach from your senses. Maybe you don't detach from your emotions because you're affected by the TV, but you detach from reality around you. And I feel like some of that energy, I'm not saying go be a couch potato for the rest of your life and don't accomplish, not saying that, but saying that don't feel guilty when you know that you need to do this. Like, do it and realize that it's a loving, beautiful gift that you can give to yourself at this time. All right. And just remember that it's also important to unplug from the television and actually get present within the body. Your brain and your body needs this time out right now, but it also is going to need time to be plugged in and to be present and to really see what's going on around you. But hey, if a timeline shift for you entails vegging a little bit and relaxing a bit, I wouldn't complain about that. This is your pass, right? This is your pass from the spirit world telling you to go ahead and chill out a bit. Okay, now we've got the Pisces energy playing into your timeline shift. I feel like your guides are also asking you to meditate at this time. Yes, take some TV time or computer time or something that puts you in a state of relaxation. Spirit would also like to watch you relax in a whole nother way. I think Spirit's trying to help you define what relaxation can be and how it can look. Like, sure, you can do TV, you can relax, listen to music, but you can also meditate. You can also be active when you're relaxing. Meditation, there's an action taking place when you meditate. Your body is in a total relaxed state, but your mind and your soul and your imagination are super active. So is it relaxing? It's relaxing to the body. But for the rest of what makes you is very much engaged and doing something. It brings vitality to your body. So your guides may want you to start a new meditation routine. I feel like for some of you, it could be a good idea to do like a chakra cleanse, like a guided meditation for a chakra clearing. You could realize that there's parts of your chakras, or when you get to like your root chakra, or, you know, going up the sacral or the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the crown, the third eye. And you may find that one of those chakras doesn't feel as beautiful or as bright, or that it's vibrating as well as others are. Maybe you can't even feel one of your chakras. Well, it's time to just notice that and put some love into that. Maybe listening to some binaural beats and just feeling into your chakras could do the trick. And if you're one that just like hates meditation, then I don't think that you have to meditate. I think that it would be wise for you though to take up another flow state, something that's going to put you in the flow state, like walking. Everyone says walking in nature, right? Because that is one of the best ways to get into the flow state. That's where magic happens, when you're in the flow state. So how can you get in the flow state if you're not meditating? I feel that the best way I've ever found is meditation. But you can also do it through dancing, through singing, through getting on the ground and like playing with your dog or your cat or your animal, like longer than you ever have in your life. Playing with a child, acting out, you know, a scene with a child, playing with children, get you in the flow state, the creative flow state. This is the place where mountains of magic are at your fingertips, and Spirit is asking you to find ways to relax yourself so that this flow state becomes more of a more synchronized into your daily, weekly, monthly activities. Okay? So do things to enhance your creative flow state. Pick up an instrument, pet your dog. Okay? Do something that makes you feel childlike again, free. Right? Free from oppression. That's the key there. Tranquility. Okay, wisdom. Look at you. You are so wise. I feel that there's ones that are going to be watching this video that devalue themselves at times. They feel like other people are like better than them. Like the opposite of an ego trip. And I don't think that, you think you're a piece of garbage. I don't believe that, but I feel like sometimes things don't go your way. Things don't go the way that you plan them to go, and you really like tried. And it just kind of like makes you feel like you're unworthy, or that someone else's life is more relevant than yours. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna cry, and I'm not a big crier. I feel like some worthiness has been stripped from you. Your spirit team is feeling your pain. They understand that you put a lot of work into something and it didn't come out the way that you wanted. But there's a reason for that. And you haven't been passed over, and you haven't been stripped from success. And this hasn't been taken away from you. That's not what's going on. You are so worthy to have beautiful things in this life. You are already so wise. You're like an old soul that's been around the block a few times. You are already like super wise, and I just feel that you're going to come to terms with the fact that you haven't been passed over, but in fact there just is a different route that's starting to transpire into your life. And these wisdom balls are going to start like falling from the ethers down into your crown chakra. This is your future, and it's going to feel like the voice of God spoke to you. It's going to electrify you in every way possible. And the reason that this is happening for you is because you believe in humanity. You believe that this world can be a better place than it is. And I feel like you held some sort of guilt because you aren't making the world better, or you believe that you're not making the world better presently. But that just simply isn't the case at all. That's not what your guides see. Your guides see you working, weaving, dancing, prancing sometimes. This beautiful, etheric love energy down from the ethers, into your body, into the world, down to the core of Gaia, and dispersing back out into humanity, into the rocks, into the grasses, into the oceans, into the animals, into the humans. They see you doing this beautiful big job, and they are so thankful for you, and they celebrate you every day, and they want you to feel their celebration. That's how worthy you are. You are trailblazing. You are courageous. You are different. You electrify the world with your energy. You influence so many people. You have no idea. Even when you just go into a grocery store, you're influencing everybody around you. So before you walk into a store, maybe check yourself, because whatever you're feeling, you like emit it tenfold to everyone around you. And this is like a skill set that you're working on, and that is coming together, and oh my gosh, you're so influential. All right, so these wisdom balls that are going to be dropped into your psyche is just like a matter of you coming into alignment with, I would say a little bit more, what is it? I keep hearing congruency, like you having time for relaxing, having time for meditation, having time for co-creating with other human beings. However you do that, through work, through caretaking, whatever it is you do to interact with other beings is so like instrumental into the success of your well-being and the success and the well-being of the whole freaking world, guys. You are shifting, you are changing, you are dynamic, and you are so needed. And I love you and I thank you for your beautiful work. And your guys are just like praising you. And if you could feel how happy that you make them, if you could feel that, just feel it right now. You make them so proud. You bring so much joy to their heart. And that energy wants to circulate back to you. And that is your next parallel shift, is that. There's a few shifts here happening for you guys. Okay, we have treasures in the deep and dark. Oh, look at, there's that energy coming, swirling down and hitting your crown chakra. There you are. There's that energy that's coming down to you. Shadow work, healing old wounds. Okay, so you're in the thick of it right now, where sometimes it feels a little yucky, gooey, and even ugly sometimes. That's because it's not like you're gonna be in this forever, first off, okay? But your shadow work is so needed. Like, as you heal yourself, the rest of the world heals. You are this, like, I just see this, like, force that to be, like, had. Like, we desperately need your energy. It disperses all over the place in so many ways. But I also feel like you really get down on yourself. Like, when people act foolishly toward you, it's like you ask yourself, why am I attracting such low vibrational people? Are you going backwards? Are you in a stalemate? And you really don't like get this sometimes, and it messes you up, it trips you up, and you feel like you're just like going along great, and then all of a sudden crack. There's a crack in the sidewalk and down you go. Okay, well, that's not a bad thing. I'm sorry, but it's not a bad thing. It's happening because of how courageous and how strong you are becoming. Like, the universe has to give you everything, has to say, okay, what if this happens to you? How are you going to react? What if this happens to you? Let's see how he or she or they are going to react. I feel like your reaction is everything right now. You are not going backwards, not at all, not for a second. You have excelled so vastly. These things are showing up because they are about to fully exit your life. And it has to show up in this way, 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 until it's done the whole way it can show up, and then it goes, bye-bye. See you later, sucker. You're not part of anything of my being anymore, so you're gone. You've tried to come in this way, and I reacted with love. You tried to come in this way, and I reacted with love. You tried to come in this way, and I reacted with love. So it just falls apart, and it like roots itself out of your life and exits. So you're excelling vastly. These are showing up for you because of the accomplishments that you have made, and when you are able to fully not be hurt by something, by like this unevolved person that comes at you, like when you really realize, oh, they're not showing me that I'm unworthy, they're showing me that they don't know what the hell they're doing, and they don't know how to constructively give me criticism. That's all. They don't know how to constructively give me criticism. but I know how to constructively give them criticism. So I'm not going to act the way that they are with me. Yes, maybe something is true in the way they're coming at me and the words that they have. Maybe none of it's true. But I know that if my spirit guide or if somebody that was more involved than me was handing me this information, they would do it like this. So therefore, I am going to choose to act that way to the best of my ability. Then you bust through the seams and you break the mold and you just become something brand new. And that is your big parallel jumping timeline I see you doing. And it's going to be vast. And there's not going to be much turtle energy in that timeline for you. Not much at all. So try to enjoy that you're able to watch Netflix right now. All right. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. All right, forgive those ones that are coming at you with ill intentions. They're angry inside, they're hurt, they feel more unworthy than you do. Way more unworthy than you do. And they're like a crabby little snappy, miserable ball of anger. All right, let's see what your last card is. The Twins. Self-protection and dual natures. Okay, so protect yourself a little bit from people that aren't sweet and loving. You don't, yes, sometimes you're going to have to interact with them. Sometimes you're going to aggravate somebody's wounded self because that's there to help you. Every time you are put into a predicament that doesn't feel good, there is value there for you. And you're starting to see that. You're starting to see both sides of the coin. You're starting to see that the light needs the dark. If there was no dark, then how could we define the light? If we didn't know what we don't want, how would we know what we do want? Right? When you have exes and you look at them, you're like, I didn't like that he or she did that. I didn't like that this one did this. And I didn't like that that one did that. That's how you know what you want for your future. And you know how to create what's coming in next and what you value and what you look for. So you're coming into this realization that evil and corruption, stealing, cheating, lying their way to the top has their place in this world. And as disgusting as that might sound to some people, it does. It's making you be able to excel on the ladder in the complete opposite way. No, you don't want to be any part of that lifestyle anymore. Which is why you're about to have the shift. But really about to have the shift. You're really about to have a shift because you see the value in the darkness. The darkness gives you an opportunity to shine, to cement yourself into the reality that you most want to be into. I know this reading is getting a little bit long, but here you are, okay? So you have new beginnings floating out of this slow and steady energy. New beginnings are coming from it. Don't be afraid that something feels slower than you want it to feel, all right? Because the Fool is brand new, beautiful. Let's jump off the cliff energy right now. Like, no stopping. That's what's coming out of this. Here we are with the opposites again. Opposites. This is forward movement, fast, steady. Let's go. This is slow down, be cautious. Let's look around. Let's feel what's going on. Let's feel into everything. Let's feel every tiny little step that we take. And let's not take it for granted. This is, I'm going forward. I feel the fire. I'm heading for it. Right? So you've got both of these energies here. You are learning what you want from what you don't want. And slow down so that you can feel it and really, really get this information. Really concrete it into your awareness, where you are, what you're doing. There's something that's happening around you that you don't fully see yet. King of Pentacles. Wow. Oh, feel stable in the fact that you're able to chill out. you're supposed to feel extreme success in the fact that you're able to do this. Not everybody can do it. Not everybody has the opportunity to watch a TV show at the end of the day. Not everybody has that. Feel like a king because of it. Okay, so some of you are like, I don't know what I'm into. I don't know where my creative flow lies. Okay, cool. Then that's where you're at. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have the skill of something completely that you have no idea what the skill is at this moment, a month from now, a year from now, a day from now. Okay? You have the ability to be creative just like anyone else in this world. It did not skip you. In fact, you have an abundance of it. You'll find your niche. Seven of Swords. Stop feeling like you've been cheated in the wisdom department, because you have not. No one took anything from you. Your spirit guides aren't holding back from you. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of consciousness shift for you to hear them as easily as other people can. We've got, let's grab one more. Same energy is on the floor. Okay, so yeah, Spirit would like to see you becoming childlike when atrocities happen, or when somebody comes at you with negative energy or yucky things transpire. Spirit would like to see you acting like a child with it, not acting like a spoiled little kid that screams when they don't get what they want. No, more so be bewildered by it. Be like, oh wow, this is happening. Ooh, what can I gain from this? What does this want to show me? Because there's something to be gained there. The Three of Wands. Looking out, overviewing. Spirit would like you to see all possible sides of every scenario right now. Ooh, even seeing why the grumpy person acts the way they do. And then allowing it to let you make a decision that only you could make. Not influenced by this person or that person, influenced by all of what you have learned thus far in your life. Your experience is your experience alone, and it's such a beautiful experience. It's what you chose for yourself. And all of your spirit guides are rooting for you this second. So it's up to you to anchor that energy. It's up for you to realize that that's what's happening, and it's up to you to navigate from that vantage point, because that's what's shifting you into this higher, beautiful timeline that's available for you. You're stepping into it. Sometimes stepping into something new feels a little offsetting because we've never experienced it before, and people told us to be scared of what we don't know, be scared of what could go wrong. That's what the whole world wants you to do, is be scared of what could go wrong. Stay here where you know what's gonna happen. Do it like this, you know what's gonna happen. Your higher self's urging you to take the road less traveled and to really feel it. Feel your situation right now. And then see this side of the coin, see that side of duality, and decide which do you want to play in. Do you want to stay in the misery, or do you want to dip your feet into something new and untraditional and inspiring? All right. I feel like if some of you are dealing with some illnesses, that's not going to be something that's forever. It's just something that's on this timeline. It's okay to feel it, make yourself friends with it, talk to it, send love to it. I feel like it's going to change, or your relationship's going to change with it. Respect it, love it, Know that it's there to be your teacher, just like everything else in your life. Okay, if this reading made sense to you, leave me a comment. Let me know that it did something for you. You guys are amazing and beautiful, and I send you so much love your way. I send you umpteen amounts of love. I pour it to you right now. Thank you for receiving it. Alright guys, like this video, leave me a comment, help the YouTube videos in my channel grow. Okay guys, I will see you in the next one.